Hi, this is Laura from St. John the Baptist Parish Library. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a Valentine's Day card in Canva. Moving on from the Photoshop series that I was previously doing, I'll now be doing tutorials on how to use Canva, which is a free and paid resource. There's a free version and there's a premium version. Everything that I'm going to show you how to do in this, you can easily do with the free version, although we at the library have the premium version to use. There's just a little bit of a difference in access to resources, but you can still do the same things. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to open up Canva. If you've used it before, great, you can log into your account. If not, you're going to have to create one, but that is the same process as it is on any other website where you have to make an account. First of all, you can go up to the search bar at the top and type in kind of what you're looking for. So I typed in Valentine's card, and a bunch of different templates that people on Canva have made will pop up, and some of them are going to be Canva Premium templates, and some of them won't be. The little crown in the bottom right corner of the preview indicates whether or not it's a premium. But you can use these, but I'm going to show you first how to make a Valentine's card from scratch on Canva, and then you can decide whether or not you want to use a template first. So clicking on the Create a Design button, a screen's going to pop up that gives you a bunch of different canvas sizes that you can use. They're presets. You can make your own canvas size, but for our purposes, I'm going to be using the one that says card because we're making a Valentine's Day card. And from there, it'll open up a blank canvas for you to work on. It's going to have a white background and it's going to be a square because we chose the card. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the background color of the canvas to pink because I want to start with a Valentine's Day theme, and I'm just going to start with pink to see how I feel about it, but I can always go back and change it later. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on the canvas and a little color wheel will pop up above it. You're going to click that and it'll give you a bunch of preset options. So there'll be a brand kit if you have one of those. There'll be the default colors. I'm going to go ahead and click the white, which is what our canvas currently is, next to the color wheel. And I'm just going to go and I'm going to make my own pink color. I'm going to mess around with it a little bit until I find a color that I want. I like this color pink, so I'm going to stick with that one. And then from there, I'm going to click on the Elements tab. I'm going to go back towards the left at the top toolbar, and I'm going to click Graphics. And then I know that I want to make my Valentine's Day card library themed in some sort of way, which to me says paper from books. So I'm going to search old paper. And as you can see, a bunch of different graphics will pop up. These are the Canva graphics. Again, some of them are going to be pro features, and if you use them with the free version, there's going to be a watermark on them, but you can still use them. But some of them are free. So I found this graphic of kind of stacked up scraps of paper. I'm going to set it aside for now because I know that I also want something red in my card. So I'm going to keep looking for a graphic that's like a piece of old paper that's red. So I'm just going to keep scrolling through. There's a lot of different options. And there's a piece of old paper, crumpled paper that's red. I'm going to rotate it around with the rotate button. I'm going to make it a little bigger. And then you right click the other one. I'm going to right click the other one because it's now behind. I'm going to go to layer, and then I'm going to bring it to the front. And doing that is going to move the other scraps of paper to the front so that it's in front of the red sheet so that it's not hidden anymore. And then I'm going to adjust the size and orientation of that until I get it where I want it. Making things in Canva is a lot of adjusting and moving things around, so I'm just going to do it. It's probably going to move things around more than once. So moving down from the Elements tab, I'm going to go to the Text tab. there's an option to add a text box. I'm just gonna go ahead and add a heading because it's gonna put me at a larger font size. And then I'm gonna type Happy Valentine's Day because that's what I want the card to say. Here you'll type whatever you want your card to say. And I'm gonna move it kind of where I want it. I don't like this font though, it's the default font, and obviously I'm not gonna leave it black because I have a color theme going on here. So first I'm gonna deal with the font. If you go up to the toolbar up at the top, you can click that and it will bring you to the fonts options. And I kind of already had a font picked out for this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pick that one, but you can look around and look at all of the different font options that they have. So now that I have my font, I'm going to change the color. If you click the A with the color line under it, it's going to bring you to the colors, and there's a section that says photo colors. It's going to pick colors from the graphics that are already on your page so that you don't have to color match what's already on your design. So I'm going to pick one of the reds, and then I'm going to highlight my text again. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to go to effects, and there's a bunch of different text effects, and I'm going to click some of them so that you can kind of see what they look like. There's one that curves your text. I don't really like that for the card that we have, but it is a cool effect. There's one that hollows out the font. There's one that gives it a shadow. You can mess with the transparency of the shadow, the blur, the direction, and the offset. I do like the shadow, but I'm gonna look around a little bit more. Neon's too bright. I like the splice. It kind of does a similar thing to the shadow, but it also hollows out the letters in a way. So I think I'm gonna stick with the splice. It just adds more dimension and different colors to the equation. So I'm just gonna pick that one. And then again, like I said, I'm gonna move things around a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and move things the way that I want it. I want the grid on the piece of paper behind the letters to be straight. So I'm gonna rotate that a little bit, move my text around. So now I'm gonna add another text box. I'm gonna add a subheading, which is gonna be smaller than my first text box, and I'm gonna type from because this is a Valentine's Day card from somebody. I'm gonna use the same font and same color. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so it's more readable. I'm gonna go back to effects. I think for this one I am going to pick shadow just to differentiate it from the other text box. So now I want to put the library logo in here to indicate who the Valentine's Day card is from. So instead of going straight to uploading my logo, I'm going to search for a frame for it. Frames are a very cool thing that Canva offers. It's exactly what it sounds like. It gives you a frame for a photo, whether that's a literal picture frame, a Polaroid frame, whether it just takes a shape and cuts around your image. There's a lot of different options, so I'm going to go through some of them to find one that I like. I want to find one that's the basic size of the logo, but will kind of fall into this kind of ripped paper effect that we have. Sometimes a downside to Canva is that it can take a lot of digging to find what you're looking for, even if you're searching for specific words. But luckily I did find this frame that I liked. I'm going to bring it into my design and click it. And then I already have the St. John the Baptist Parish Library logo uploaded. So I'm going to go to Uploads and I'm going to search for it. And then once I find it, all I'm going to do is drag it into the frame and it's just going to automatically set it. I'm going to move it around a little bit because it cut some of the letters off. I'm going to move it down. But that's pretty much it for the frame. I'm going to resize it and move it around. So after I get the basic elements of my design ready, I'm then going to look for some little decorations that I can put in my design. And by doing this, I'm going to go back to elements and I'm going to go back to graphics. Since it's a Valentine's Day card, I'm just going to look for heart. I'm kind of going to go with the hand-drawn style. And I'm just going to add them into the image, rotate them, move them around where I want them. I like this heart too. You can also mess with the transparency of your graphics if you want to, so that they're more or less opaque. See, it gave some recommendations. I think I've decided that I like this XOXO more than I like the black drawn heart. So I'm going to move that where that was. These hearts kind of fall into the whole color scheme of what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to add those in as well. And to keep up the library theme that I'm going for, since this is the Valentine's Day card from the library, I'm just going to search books. And if I can't find anything in books, I'm going to search library to just kind of find something to add somewhere to indicate further that this is a Valentine's Day card from the library. This kind of fits the color theme that I'm going for, but I'm not sure if I like it. So I don't think that I'm going to keep it. This stack of books, though, I do like. So I am going to kind of shift things around so that can fit better, but I do like it. So I'm going to try and keep it. After that, you're pretty much done. You can share it, you can save it, you can print it, and do whatever you want with it, but you have your design and you can always go back in and change things if you want to. So like I said, Canva has a bunch of preset templates that you can go in and edit with your information. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to look for Valentine's card templates and kind of look through what they have. And there are a lot of different kind of options. I like this photo frame one, so I'm going to click on it and then I'm going to click customize this template. And then I'm just going to show you one of our uploads that we have as an example, but to alter this image, you would just drag your photo into the frame, no matter what's already in it, and it'll replace it. And then obviously you can also change the fonts and the font sizes, and you can add graphics and you can take away graphics, really whatever you want to do. Just because it's a template doesn't mean you need to keep it exactly the way that it is. It's still yours to have creative freedom with. I hope you enjoyed the start of my new series with Canva. Now that the Photoshop one's done, I'm going to start doing more and more tutorials on Canva. But as usual, we have a lot of resources on our website, stjohnlib.com. You just go to our website, click the resources tab, and then we have LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning, you just have to click Get Started, type in your library card number and your PIN, and you'll have access to a bunch of different types of classes. I'm going to type in Canva to see what pops up. As you can see, there are a couple of different Canva tutorials on LinkedIn Learning. And another resource that you have access to is Udemy. And Udemy is similar to LinkedIn Learning. And I'm going to type in Canva on Udemy as well. And as you can see, there are multiple tutorials on how to use Canva on Udemy. Thank you for watching.